Hey guys, on my way to the coffee shop. I just wanted to get out, you know, and I don't know, my legs are like overheating. I feel like I'm being cooked with radiation, you know. They usually attack my left leg, and I can tell you why they usually attack the left leg. Mostly they're focused on the left leg, you know. Because the left leg is associated with the Divine Mother, the moon. It's associated with the moon, you know, and Tiamat. Okay, so that why they're attacking the left leg, because the left leg also associated with healing. A lot of people don't know that, you know. You're also your left, for example, your left arm is linked to your heart. Did you know that? Your left arm linked to your heart, and what was it? The It's not the thumb, it's not the index. What's the last one is called? The last finger. What is it called? I can't remember. Anyhow, that one is linked to your heart, right? So that's why people. If you notice, people put. Was it? Wait a minute. Is it the index or the last one? I can't remember. One of them. Actually, look it up on Google. Google which finger on the left is linked to your heart. So pretty much these people are attacking my heart. You know, attacking my ability to heal, and yeah. So that's why they do the leg. You know, the left leg. They don't, do the right leg for some reason. The leg, they focus on the left for sure. And when I was just leaving, when I was just see this guy's boombox. Anyhow, when I was leaving, I saw the black girl, who she was coming in. I think she was walking in, and I was leaving. Remember that black girl, like a doors down. So, anyhow, I kept moving around the apartment because people on the 308 are cooking my feet, for the bottom of my feet. And also there's radiation coming from apartment 508. Since the black girl just coming in, so who's on apartment 409? That apartment with remember the lady I told you guys she passed away? Anyhow, our apartment is empty because I think they're fixing it and it's been done. I think the work is done, but I don't see anybody else coming in. But they're keeping that apartment empty so they can attack me when I sleep, because it's right behind my neck. It's right behind my neck, So time I get up in the morning, I'm have a stiff neck, joints in the neck, and vertebrae, and I have like pain in that area. So I know I've been targeted from the apartment behind me. Since the black girl just coming in, then it ought to be the people who just had a baby. I can't remember their apartment. What was it? Is it 4? 9? It's 407. I think it's 407. So 407, the one they just had a baby. It's gotta be the one who's going to the 409 to attack me. You know what? It doesn't matter. I was just kind of trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure out where this, you know, radiation coming from my back coming from. And sometimes I feel it coming from their apartment, the one who just the 407. Is it 407? No, it's not 407. It's probably it's 407. I can't remember. But it's in the nook. Anyhow, been trying to figure out, you know, who's been attacking me. I haven't been really been seeing. I have not been seeing these people, and you know, and they're all to themselves. So I'm just guessing, you know, I'm just guessing, I'm not really sure. But they are the closest thing to 409. It would make sense. It would make sense for them to just go from one apartment to another to attack me, you know? Yeah, that's the story, guys. The enemy is like, I'm moving around the apartment and like they are following me around. They are following me around the apartment. The one upstairs, the one downstairs. They have all this machine focus, you know, on me, with radiation and stuff. God bless them, guys. God bless them for the love they're giving me. You know? Anyhow, I'm not gonna, you know what? This is their own free will. You can exercise whatever you want to do. You should understand why. I am not gonna forgive that why. Because your free will is not just given to you, it's given to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, do what you please. You know? Anyhow, that's why I'm telling you, I just understand. I understand tactic of war. You know? It's like I have lived this life before, you know? I have lived this life before and I've been at war before, you know? So I don't know if you guys individual feel the same way. Do you feel like you've been at war before? You know? Anyhow. Yeah. It's a never-ending cycle of abuse. It's okay. Doesn't matter. So anyhow, so I decided to go out to coffee shop because I needed a break a little bit from the radiation, you know. And I figured out how they also what do you call it? How they give how they you know how do they send this dirty water or toxic water, you know, you know, they have like a holding tank. They have a holding tank, and this holding tank is linked to my, you know, I was telling you guys, is linked to my tub, you know. It's yeah, so that's another thing they do. And I start to think maybe the apartment, the guy, I'm trying to think that guy in 508 is no longer living in that apartment, you know? And because I can hardly hear him. I don't think he lives there anymore, you know? You know, maybe he has a change of heart. You know, God changes everybody. You know what I mean? God changes everybody. You know? So, there is possibility, he moved somewhere else. But I hear other people in there. I hear other people, causing a racket. And initially I was really, like a past week or whatever, I was starting to get annoyed. So I was slamming doors, similar. I was doing exactly what they were doing. I was doing exactly what they were doing because I was annoyed. They slammed doors and they're like, you could tell intentionally they were doing it to annoy me. So I was doing it back to them. And I said, I want them to go file a complaint. I want them to go and file a complaint. So I can say, these people, they've been doing it to me. And this lady, I'm going to also, another story I have to tell you. Before, there used to be, before in the office, rental office downstairs, there used to be another girl. I can't remember her name. Adrian, Eileen, I can't remember her name, honestly. But she was the nicest person ever. Nicer than the one sitting there now. Sadia, whatever her name is. Sadia is not what you think she is. Anyhow, she's not a nice person, But the other one was Canadian. I think she's born here, not Sadia. And Sadia, as you can tell, she's not born. She have not been born in Canada. And she treats people the way she treats people in India, lack of respect, Lack of respect, that's how she is. Anyhow, the other one who used to hold that position where Sadia have taken it now. My sense is, okay, I'm just going on a hunch here. My sense is telling me, my hunch is telling me that she left because it has to do with my targeting. They probably asked her to do something and she felt uncomfortable about it. And she felt uncomfortable about it and left. So she have a conscience, you know what I'm saying? I could tell a good person when I meet a person, if I meet a person, I can instantly tell if a person is a good person or terrible, Even if they try to hide it, to pretend they are something else than not, I can tell, I know 100%, 200%, she's a very good person. And this is what I'm thinking, why she left after, after I moved in, because of they were asking her to do some stuff. They're asking her to do something. Maybe she felt uncomfortable about it. I told you guys, when somebody have a conscience, they think twice before they do somebody else's wrong. That's true. I'm like these people. I think twice before I do anybody wrong. But if you do me wrong, I don't defend myself. But I wouldn't go and, poke at the beehive, asking to be stung, I lose my, when I get, provoked. So anyhow, I know she left because she's a good person. The only rotten ones want to be in that building. Remember the lady who interviewed me? She says, my name is blah, 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 blah. I've been here for 25 years. Blah, 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 blah. Like, throwing this like I've been here for 25 years or 20-something years. It's like a big deal. She's like holding an office at the White House. She's the VP, of some big corporation. I don't really care you've been there for that long. But you can tell she's very proud. One of these people been there for 25 years. So what? And remember, I told you I ran into her many times. When I ran into her many times, she always acted like she didn't know me or she didn't remember me, who I am, whatnot. You know? Remember? I think I mentioned it in my previous video. She acted like very, who are you? Very absent-minded. And I'm like looking at, and that was days after I moved in. And just like I saw her, she acted like she didn't even know me. But when I went there for interview, she was like on cue, on point. She was looking at me and da da da. You know what I mean? How could you not recognize me? Anyhow, it's okay. She's an older lady, but old enough to recognize a person. You know? And I know she was putting her front. She was putting her front, acting like she doesn't remember me. And that's not true. She remembered exactly who I am. Okay? She remembered who I am. She could never forget me, Because one time she was sitting outside with one of her friends, and she went and talked to some guy who moved in or something a while back, and she was talking to him about if you want to be joining this and da, da, da. And then I looked, because I was walking in, and I looked in the corner of my eye. I watched her watching me. She was like watching me like a hog. You understand? That was somebody trying to deny knowing you, but yet they're watching you like, I saw it in about, corner of my eye. I knew that she's just faking it. She's faking she doesn't know me. Maybe she, I don't know. She have an opinion probably of me. It doesn't matter. I don't want her to remember me, but yet she's watching me like, that's okay. That's a behavior of somebody who know you quite well, not someone who's like, oh, I don't remember, I'm too old, and no. This lady, I would say, is in her 60s, and she remember everybody by name. A lot of people, because she want to talk to this guy by name. She call him by name. And she acted she didn't know me. I'm why I'm making a big deal about this? Because I'm tired of deceptions. I'm tired of deceit, man. All these people pretending they don't know you, and they're in it. That's what I find very frustrating. It's like bad FBI, CIA actors. Yeah, that's what it is, guys.